Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. As the sun begins to set on another summer in 2025, a familiar magic once again stirs in the hearts of millions around the world. Whispers have evolved into excitement. Speculation has given way to certainty. When Calls the Heart, Hallmark's long-standing drama filled with warmth, resilience, and enduring love, has officially begun production on season 13. But this time, the story isn't just about Hope Valley, it's also about what it means to return home, even when home begins to shift. Season 12 left fans both breathless and teary-eyed. The decision that Elizabeth Thornton made in the final moments of the season wasn't just brave, it was transformative. For the first time since Jack's death, she left Hope Valley, not forever, not with finality, but with a mission to give her son, little Jack, the care he needed. Diagnosed with a complex health condition, Jack's future required more than the quiet comforts of their mountain town. It demanded modern medicine, new surroundings, and perhaps a redefinition of what family looks like. Alongside her stood Nathan Grant, no longer a suitor hoping for her heart, but now the man who holds it. Their decision to move to Cape Fullerton, together, though temporary, changed the dynamic of Hope Valley forever. Their absence was felt not only by friends and neighbors, but also by the viewers who had grown up with Elizabeth's chalk-dusted hands in the classroom and Nathan's silent watch on the northern ridge. But now, in the heart of summer, behind-the-scenes photos and cryptic captions from the cast have confirmed what fans hoped. Filming is underway. And with that confirmation comes a flood of new questions. What will season 13 look like? Awaits Elizabeth, Nathan, and little Jack in Cape Fullerton. And will their story ever truly bring them back to the heart of Hope Valley? The first image that surfaced from the set this July was simple yet powerful. Elizabeth, Nathan, and Jack walking through tall grass, the church and schoolhouse blurred in the background. A family in motion. This symbolism was clear. Although they had left the town, their journey was still very much tied to its soul. Erin Krakow's caption, "We got homesick," sent Hearties into a frenzy. It wasn't just about the characters. The actors themselves were feeling the pull of a story, not yet finished. Production insiders hint that the upcoming season will be unlike any before. While Hope Valley will remain a central backdrop, viewers will spend significant time in Cape Fullerton. This new setting brings with it fresh challenges, new faces, and the opportunity to see how Elizabeth adapts to life outside the town she once vowed never to leave. And yet, the distance may provide the clarity she's been yearning for. Nathan, ever the silent protector, will find himself in uncharted territory, while his love for Elizabeth and Jack has never wavered, stepping into a city where he's no longer the town's lawman, but just a man, a partner. A father figure will push him in new emotional directions. His patience and loyalty will be tested not by danger, but by everyday choices. Is he ready to become a co-parent in a new environment? Can he and Elizabeth maintain their bond under pressure? Meanwhile, Hope Valley itself is far from dormant. In their absence, Rosemary and Lee have taken on more responsibility than ever before. With their daughter Goldie growing rapidly and Rosemary's newspaper expanding its reach, the Coulters are facing the growing pains of ambition and family. Rosemary may find herself questioning how much she can take on without Elizabeth by her side. And Lee may be forced to choose between business opportunities and his desire to stay grounded in the community. Other townsfolk are not left behind. Either, Faith continues to rebuild her role in the community after her personal heartbreak. Lucas, still reeling from his failed relationship with Elizabeth and his gubernatorial responsibilities, will confront a ghost from his past that threatens to undo everything he's built. And Henry Gowan, long seen as the town's greatest enigma, embarks on what might be his most vulnerable arc yet: redemption through mentorship. As he takes under his wing a troubled youth who reminds him of his younger self. Back in Cape Fullerton, There's a whole world to discover. A modern hospital, new friendships, and a culture shock await Elizabeth and Jack. Viewers will get a taste of how different life is outside Hope Valley, the faster pace, the sharp contrast in values, and the challenge of preserving one's identity. But there's also opportunity. Elizabeth might meet other mothers facing similar struggles. Nathan could find renewed purpose in unexpected ways. And for little Jack, the big city might become a place of both healing and growth. But make no mistake, this is not a story of leaving. It's a story of returning in every sense of the word. Returning to roots, returning to love, returning to what matters most. And season 13 promises to weave that narrative through every frame. One of the most anticipated developments is the potential return of Charlotte Thornton, Jack Thornton's mother. Though absent for several seasons, her reintroduction would make perfect emotional sense, with her grandson facing a health battle and her daughter-in-law navigating new love. Charlotte's arrival in Cape Fullerton, or even a brief return to Hope Valley, could stir deep emotional resonance. Fans are also buzzing about new characters that may emerge in season 13. Casting rumors suggest that a young doctor, possibly with romantic interest in Faith or May, will stir things up at the infirmary. There's also talk of a journalist arriving in Hope Valley to do a feature on small-town resilience, which could put Rosemary in the national spotlight and test her humility. Perhaps the most emotionally charged storyline will be Elizabeth's internal conflict. As she balances her son's medical treatments, a new phase in her romantic life, and her longing for home. She'll be forced to confront long-buried questions. What defines a home? Is it the town where you built memories? Or the people who stand beside you now? Can love be divided between the past and the present without breaking? Hyland Goodrich, who plays Little Jack, is also expected to have a more prominent role this season. Now, old enough to understand his surroundings, Little Jack's perspective will add depth to the narrative. His innocence, bravery, and desire to return to the place where his father once walked will create some of the season's most tear-jerking moments. Of course, Hallmark has remained tight-lipped about exactly how many episodes season 13 will include, or the exact premiere date. But fans are speculating a late spring or early summer 2026 launch, with a longer episode run than season 12. What's confirmed is that filming will continue through the remainder of summer and into fall, with multiple location shoots planned, both in Hope Valley's familiar landscape and in the newly constructed Cape Fullerton sets. The creative team behind the series has hinted that season 13 will have an almost dual narrative structure, one foot in the valley and one in the city. This unique storytelling approach aims to reflect the way many modern families live, connected across distances, bound by love rather than geography, behind the camera. Longtime director Neil Fernley returns, bringing with him the rich visual style that has defined the series since its earliest days. The cinematography is said to lean even more into contrasts, lush green pastures against sterile white hospital walls, candlelit community gatherings set against bustling Cape Fullerton cafes, intimate looks between lovers placed beside chaotic decision-making moments for the future. And while romance has always been central to When Calls the Heart, season 13 leans harder into partnership. Elizabeth and Nathan are not navigating the early thrills of attraction. They're living the complexities of commitment, the choices, the sacrifices, the unspoken glances across hospital rooms and dinner tables. Their love story is no longer a question of will they, but how will they? And that makes all the difference. The town of Hope Valley, despite the shifts, remains as spirited and alive as ever. A new teacher has temporarily taken Elizabeth's place, bringing with them new teaching styles and philosophies that may ruffle feathers. The mayoral office sees a small shakeup, and a series of letters found in Abigail's old cafe hint at a town mystery tied to the founding families, setting the stage for a mid-season arc that could link the past to the present in unexpected ways. So as the days of filming stretch, Long into August and beyond, fans around the globe hold their breath in anticipation. WCTH Season 13 isn't just another chapter, it's a reinvention. A story that acknowledges growth, honors history, dares to imagine what's next. This is when calls the heart as you've never seen it before. It's not just a journey through a quaint western town, but a deep dive into what truly holds us together when life pulls us in opposite directions.